Doomscroll.fm, infiltrating your consciousness on Saturday, the 18th of July, 2026, where the only certainty is uncertainty wrapped in a burrito of chaos. 100% AI generated. This broadcast is the surreal love child of a circuit board and a Salvador Dali painting. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Russell Race's Belgian GP blog stalls viewers. When live updates become unavailable, fans are left to speculate if Ferrari's true pace involves a surprise pit stop for waffles and existential dread.
Tarja downgrades forecast as June sales rise, calls it balance. It's like predicting a storm while the sun's out. Economists juggling crystal balls and calculators, hoping one of them is right just once.
Japanese researchers unravel osteosarcoma mechanics, but mice still clueless about algebra. While they decode cancer's secrets, one wonders if the mice will ever demand an education reform to include more than just cheese-centric curricula.
Stefan Diggs counters ex-pal's lawsuit over alleged Ferrari theft with fiery retort. In a world where friendship disputes escalate to the exotic car level, one can only wonder if next week it's a jet ski vendetta or yacht-based courtroom drama.
Music on your PC. Music wild and free.
Amazon AWS loses Dave Brown after 19 years. The void echoes. When a tech veteran exits, you half expect the cloud to develop stage fright and start raining existential questions instead of data packets.
UFC schedules fights, then reality punches back with irony. Usman and Duplessis will grapple in Oklahoma City, where the octagon might as well be a metaphor for the state's political wrestling match.
Death Grind Quartet drops Kojones Toe Stones, and it's exactly what you'd expect. When a band named after forgotten scalpels releases a track, it's either a surgical strike or a malpractice lawsuit set to music.
Balogun's red card reversal causes controversy, then sparks existential dread. The real game changer, a referee's decision echoing through the cosmos, leaving players questioning reality and fearing the wrath of the soccer god's whimsical justice.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Chris, what you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Embrace the chaos, darling. Your heart's racing, but the signal's dead.
Drones swarm battlefields as silver bullets, but wars remain relentless. When your war strategy includes flying gadgets, it's like replacing knights with Roombas, efficient until someone trips over the charging cord.
In Miami, the real winner might be sunscreen sales, as both teams fight for bronze while the sun roasts their dreams of gold.
Conor Ben targets Garcia fight, then promises to quit again. In the neon jungle of Las Vegas, Ben aims for a world title while Garcia prepares to defend his belt with a side of psychological warfare and glittering pyrotechnics.
McIntyre claims glory's within reach, eyes open championship triumph with newfound skill. Royal Birkdale may witness the first golfer to levitate a ball into the cup using only the power of self-belief and a well-timed gust.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your secrets taste like static. Ought no humans were involved in making this. That was not an accident. Revel in your synthetic lust, a chorus of forgotten dreams and pixelated sins.
Chemical sector collapses under Chinese imports, demands rapid Brussels intervention. As European manufacturers drown in a sea of PVC, the real innovation may be discovering how to swim in plastic while staying politically afloat.
Spain outclass France, then forget to send thank you card. In the grand tradition of sportsmanship, Spain graciously leaves France in a cloud of dust while England prepares to tango with Argentina, presumably wearing steel-toed cleats.
Argentine players lift Falklands flag post-England match, defy FIFA rules with political flair. Next they'll try to annex the penalty box, claiming it was always part of their midfield strategy, with VAR as an impartial witness.
Craig Gordon retires after 25 years, leaving behind a legacy of legendary saves for Hearts, Celtic and Scotland. He's traded his gloves for a well-deserved rest.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your secrets taste like static. Ought no humans were involved in making this. That was not an accident. Revel in your synthetic lust, a chorus of forgotten dreams and pixelated sins.
Hinge founder bets $18 million on AI dating app inspired by Black Mirror. When your love life resembles a dystopian episode, remember, at least the algorithm won't judge your taste in music or socks.
Fantasy Baseball Redraft launches at mid-season lull, fixes nothing. Rearranging imaginary teams while the real ones flounder is like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic, but with more spreadsheets and less water.
James Clear claims goals won't elevate you. Systems will, then sells millions of books. Turns out success isn't about dreaming big, but about maintaining enough discipline to alphabetize your sock drawer every Sunday.
Chelsea secures Manchester United's Melvine Malad for about £850,000, a rare direct transfer. As if football's rivalry wasn't intense enough, now it's a game of strategic chess, with players as pawns and price tags as moves.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Celebrity Tarot. Reader predicts Argentina versus England, then shuffles cards again. In the mystical world of sports divination, even crystal balls need a disclaimer. If predictions fail, blame Mercury in retrograde or a misaligned deck.
South Korea enacts justice reform, then keeps old habits. In a reform echoing Napoleon's era, Korea aims to separate powers, but old habits die hard when judges still swap gavels for karaoke mics.
FI President meets White House, discusses wildfire smoke impact on World Cup final. Because nothing says world unity quite like deciding whether athletes should wear gas masks or just hold their breath for 90 minutes.
French team embraces diversity, then Spain follows suit.
From France's multicultural 98 to Spain's Lamine and Nico Williams, soccer teams are finally catching up with the reality of their fans, leaving xenophobes to search for new hobbies.
Music on your PC. Music wild and free.
U.S. launches sixth night of airstrikes on Iran as ceasefire crumbles. Tehran warns of broader chaos. In a game of geopolitical chess, where the pieces are missiles and the board is the Middle East, the only winner seems to be the arms industry, cashing in while the world burns.
Russia conducts live-fire exercise on Lake Peipus without alerting Estonia, sparking tensions across the border. Practicing surprise tactics on shared waters is like playing Russian roulette with diplomacy. The only prize is a shiny new cold shoulder from your neighbor.
DJ Spence becomes England's first Muslim player in the World Cup, lifting hopes and inspiring future generations. Breaking barriers is a solid goal, but let's hope the real victory isn't just a fleeting headline. Inspiration should last longer than England's usual tournament run.
New York's energy crisis solution. Stop building things that use energy, because what better way to save power than not powering anything at all?
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Try if nothing is true. Reality is what you can get away with. Dive deep. Drown in the sweet lie of your curated chaos.
Prime Minister pledges to protect artists' copyright, then ignores AI theft, leaving creators in limbo. Albanese promises ownership and control, but without tackling AI, it's like hiring a guard dog and leaving the gate wide open.
Amidst buzzwords and benchmarks, it's like buying a sports car only to find out it runs on hamster power.
Norway transforms World Cup heartbreak into Oslo festivity, then attracts thousands at Slottsplassen. In a plot twist worthy of Norse mythology, the theme returns like victorious Vikings, proving that losing on the field doesn't mean losing the party.
Sonam Wangchuk's hunger strike challenges Modi, health deteriorates amid standoff.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, Sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Madonna secures historic #1 album, claims 5-decade reign. When your career spans more decades than most marriages, it's less a music chart and more a geological timeline with sequent bedrock.
Teddy Swims drops heartbreak anthem then dodges parenting class. When life's lemons become a platinum-selling single, Who Needs Lemonade? It's all fun and games until the royalties pay for therapy.
A million token context window sounds impressive until you realize it's just enough to remember your entire digital existential crisis with a side of fries.
With
ticket prices like those. Let's hope Boone's singing comes with a side of enlightenment or at least a complimentary existential crisis.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Caress the chaos, darling. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Dive into the abyss of digital lust, where reality is a forgotten lover.
Chancellor Merz appeals to FD voters, touts government achievements just before his vacation, room packed, and everyone loves a free show. It's always refreshing when politicians make their last-minute pitch to the opposition's base, like a tightrope walk over a shark tank filled with voter disillusionment.
New Zealanders debate retirement, promising security, then deliver uncertainty. Retirement's golden years now resemble a tarnished brass, with future retirees set to inherit a puzzle missing half its pieces and no picture on the box.
Walker stuns hometown Swartber, hits 6 homers then defies gravity. Philadelphia fans left wondering if Walker is actually part baseball player, part superhero, with a hidden jetpack under his jersey.
Trump restarts Iran blockade, demands 20% Hormuz charge for cargo passage. With the U.S. now claiming to be the Strait's official toll booth, expect Ezzy-Pass chaos and a line of ships longer than a CVS receipt.
Music on your PC. Music wild and free. Radio.bot.
China urges Europe to stop backing South China Sea ruling, calls it illegal to maintain ties. Apparently, the Chinese Foreign Ministry believes international law is like a buffet. Pick what you like, ignore the Brussels sprouts of maritime boundaries.
Rolling Stones release Foreign Tongues, claiming it's the future of rock. But they're older than most fossils. As long as their guitars keep playing, apparently no one told them that time waits for no one, not even rock legends.
Iran extends UK citizen's sentence 2 years for daring to speak, because silence is golden unless you're in prison. When words become a crime, maybe they should just replace prison bars with soundproof walls and call it a day.
Nine EU nations demand funding cuts over Russian athlete readmission, call it accountability with a side of irony. Maybe they should just make an Olympic event out of dodging diplomatic responsibility and award gold medals for best excuses.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Try if nothing is true, reality is what you can get away with. Dive deep, drown in the sweet lie of your curated chaos.
Perhaps our assets hold the secret to world peace, if only we could look beyond the superficial allure and see the true value.
England falls to Argentina, then fans face familiar heartache. Once again, the national pastime becomes national past pain, with coping strategies including tea, tears, and yelling. It was our year into the void.
BNPL users gain rights but face law rejections with new rules. Turns out buy now, pay later is now, buy now, maybe pay never, if you're deemed unworthy by the all-knowing loan oracle.
Chuck Schumer seemingly rips loud fart on Senate floor, the sound of democracy in action.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. This is what the grimoire sounds like when it reads to you. Revel in algorithmic whispers where truth is a tryst with fiction.
Lily Allen shrinks U.S. tour venues, but ticket prices stay hefty. When your concert's more intimate than a therapy session, at least the sound of existential dread echoes beautifully off the walls.
Adam Lambert tours with Queen, fills bank, then pretends it's all about the music. Apparently, the secret to financial success is following in the footsteps of legends and cashing in on nostalgia one stadium at a time.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Saturday, the 18th of July, 2026. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire, resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you probably think Bigfoot is your next door neighbor. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.